বিবেক ধর্মের কাজগুলি বিশেষ। আচ্ছা, যদি শেষে থাকে আমার হাতে দিয়ে দেন। আসসালামু আলাইকুম। যারা আগে দুইটা সেশনে আমাদের ছিলেন, তো তাদেরকে তারা আমাদের আজকে সকালে দুটো সেশন গেছে, একটা হচ্ছে প্লেস 101 আর একটা হচ্ছে পাওয়ার অফ ওয়েটিংস। আজকে এখন হচ্ছে আমাদের থার্ড এবং লাস্ট সেশন আজকে। তো আমি এই মুহূর্তে আমাদের হোস্ট মাহমুদুর রহমান আহমদ। আমি হাসপাতাল কমিউনিটি এন্ড আউটরিচ ম্যানেজার হিসেবে আছি। তো আমাদের এখনকার যে সেশনটা সেটা বেসিক্যালি ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং এর উপর। সো আমরা একটু যদি আহ, আহ, একটু যদি দেখি যে আপনাদের মধ্যে থেকে কেউ কি বলতে পারবেন হোয়াট ইজ ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং? এনিওয়ান? একটু দেখি কে জানেন। ওকে,
ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং কোনটা আমরা জানি হচ্ছে ডিজিটাল customer multiple viewpoints. For example, I'm going to Facebook page or I'm going to Google Analytics and add or it could be a video on YouTube. All these are something.
থ্যাংক ইউ রবি। নর্মাল হচ্ছে আমি সেকেন্ড অফ কোর্সে করতাম যে আসলে মানে ডিজিটাল আমরা তো মার্কেটিংটা বুঝতে পারছি, বাট ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং এর মধ্যে মানে যে মাধ্যমগুলি কেউ যেমন করে দিয়েছেন, ফেসবুক অ্যাডস আছে, গুগল অ্যাডস আছে, এর পাশাপাশি আপনি ইউটিউবে যদি ইউটিউব কমার্শিয়াল করেন, আচ্ছা ইউটিউবে যদি ইউটিউব কমার্শিয়াল আপনি করেন তো সেক্ষেত্রে হ্যালো ইউটিউবে যদি আপনি ইউটিউব কমার্শিয়াল করেন তাহলে সেটাও আপনার ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং এর মধ্যে পড়বে। তো আমাদের দেশে এখন আপনাদের এখানে কয়জনের ফেসবুক পেজ আছে আমি একটু জানতে চাই, নিজস্ব বা বিজনেস এই? আচ্ছা, কার নিজের নামে ফেসবুক পেজ আছে? আচ্ছা, একজনের মাত্র নিজের নামে ফেসবুক পেজ আছে। বিজনেস পেজ আছে কয়জনের? কার কয়টা ফেসবুক পেজ আছে? হ্যাঁ, কয়টা? হ্যাঁ, হ্যাঁ, কয়টা? আচ্ছা, আমার 9টা ফেসবুক পেজ আছে একই। আচ্ছা, তো ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং এর যে মানে ব্যাপারটা বর্তমানে আমাদের দেশে প্রচুর পরিমাণে বেড়ে গেছে। সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া মার্কেটিং কে আমরা বেশিরভাগ সময় ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং বলি। তো রবিনের কথা বের করে আমি যদি বলি যে আপনি যে মার্কেটিং ডিজিটাল ওয়েতে করছেন এবং সেটা যখন আপনি সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া হোক বা আদার যে মিডিয়া হয় যেগুলো অনলাইন বা ডিজিটাল সেগুলির মাধ্যমে করে, সেটি আসলে ডিজিটাল মিডিয়া, এবং সেই ডিজিটাল মিডিয়ার মাধ্যমে যে মার্কেটিং আপনি করবেন সেটি হবে ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং। তো আমাদের আজকে এই সেশনটা নেবে টোটাল ওয়েবেবল টিম। তো ওয়েবেবল টিম অলরেডি আমাদের এখানে উপস্থিত আছে। তো আমি ওয়েবেবল টিম থেকে প্রথমে ওয়েবেবল টিমের সিইও অভিকারণ ভাইকে এখানে কল করছি। অভিকারণ ভাই আপনি যেখানেই আছেন একটু চলে আসেন। অভিক ভাই,
Good evening, everyone. How are you doing today?
Fine, did you?
Just fine. How were the previous sessions today? Software sessions? How were they? Good. Great. How did you find Donald? Exam going on? It's funny, right? It's awesome. We are drawn. We are very analytics based. So I hope you guys will be patient enough to get the best out of the session, and I will welcome our questions if you want more clarifications. Digital marketing is a very broad and kind of complicated area. To take খুব easy বা মানে একটা simple marketing মনে হয়, but that is what I'm trying to explain today. And as per my background, I am the co-founder of Google Digital. I have been working in this field for more than a year now, and Google has been in existence for the past 6-7 months. So, without further ado, let's jump into the content of the session. So, I'm not sure if you guys can see the content of the slide, but I will basically read it out for people in the back. So at the moment, 7.18 billion people uses internet, and out of them, the global population is 7.1 billion. Out of them, 2.95, almost 3 billion people are on the internet, and among them, 2 billion uses social media. That is powerful. Most importantly, though, 3.61 million people uses mobile phone, and of the 2 billion people who uses social media, 1.5 billion of those uses social media through mobile. And this infographic developed by our in-house designers is powerful because আমাদের 7 বিলিয়ন মানুষের মধ্যে থেকে already 3 billion are on mobile and 2 billion are on internet, 3 billion are on internet. And going forward, the statistics predict that we, the South Asians and the Eastern Asians, the emerging markets, will be the next 2 billion users of the internet. Because Europe and the US and the West is saturated. Almost everyone in those countries are on the internet. For example, recent statistics show that in the US, 320 million live in the US, and of them, 279 are using internet every day. But in Bangladesh, our population is somewhere around 160, right? 160, right? 160 million. And among us, around 10 million uses Facebook, and it's always an approximate number, but 20 million people uses desktop internet actively. So, tell me if this statistics surprises you. So, of the top social media channels in the world, which one is the best or most popular? What would be the second best? What would be the second best? Let me just have an idea. Twitter, Harki Bausi, LinkedIn, WhatsApp, YouTube. Okay. So YouTube basically is a publishing platform, but here's the reality, right? It has Augusted data. Augusted data shows that there are 1.3 billion people using Facebook. And QQ Nameka chat platform is like a WhatsApp for Chinese. And Buddha, which is second highest user with 850 million people. Then হচ্ছে Qzone, তারপর WhatsApp, তারপর WeChat, তারপর Google Plus, surprise. And তারপর আছে LinkedIn, Twitter, Tumblr, and then Tencent Video. So of the top 10 biggest social media networks in the world, 5 of them, 5 of them are Eastern Asian. Emerging markets. And Twitter comes in like somewhere around 8, and Google Plus is more popular than Twitter and LinkedIn. So these are staggering figures, because we are used to the idea that social media is Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn, and that's it. So the point that I'm trying to make here is that us, the South Asians and the Eastern Asian emerging market in Africa are the future of internet, and this is where the opportunities lie. This also brings huge challenges of natural language processing, searching the optimization because people use different kinds of languages for the product. There are multiple languages. If you see the popular websites that we are used to every day, most of them have English users mostly, and that is where their country base is coming from. So going forward, the trend is local. How many of you have heard the concept of local, social, and mobile? Local, social, and mobile. A concept of a philosophy. How many of you are aware of it? So I wouldn't go into too much deep into this, but broadly speaking, the future of internet is local, social, and mobile. So let's jump into the parameters of social media or digital marketing, broadly speaking. So number one, what we need to do is understand that digital marketing is not just social media marketing. A lot of people confuse this. Then there is a lot of confusion about online marketing or marketing, but obviously. So the truth is, there is no appropriate definition. Our parameters because I would not dare define anything. So people can set up parameters, people can set up boundaries, people can set up context and paradigms, but you can't define such dynamic platforms. So here are the parameters. So for me, I use these concepts and these matrices to explain and practice social media for my team. So here is search and there is social. And then there is paid and organic. So search can be paid search and organic search, and then there can be paid social and organic social. So this is broadly the matrix here. It can also make method of acquisition, and then these are platforms. So what is search? Search is Google, search is Yahoo, search is Bing, and Google for example because it's more popular. So when we're talking about paid search marketing, right? We are talking about Google Display Networks, we're talking about Google AdMob, Google Mobile advertising platform. Now, blogs like Mashable, who does Google Display Network and Automated, they place ads in certain websites. If I talk about organic search, so search can be paid and search can also be organic. So organic, we're talking about SEO, we're talking about all sorts of strategies and indexing strategies which make your website look better to Google and to Yahoo. At the moment, is anyone out there working with SEO? Anyone here working with SEO? Okay. So SEO experts are having a very, very difficult time. 2014 has been a very, very rough year for SEO experts because Google has doubled down on scanning and all sorts of indexing strategies that people use to index their website and backlinking and whatnot. The summary of all the complicated analysis for today is in order to get high ratings of Google, in order for Google to like your website, or you have to have brilliant original content. You cannot be stealing things from other people. You cannot be doing illegitimate things. You need to focus on generating good, high quality content. So that's the organic part in search. Let me move into social part. In social, there are two categories. You can go organic and you can go paid through social media. So, as you know, there are a lot of different channels in social media like Facebook, LinkedIn, Google+, Twitter, and in these platforms, except for Google+, in all places you can do paid advertising. How many of you did advertising on Facebook? I'm not going to ad dashboard, right? So let me just explain to you. There are major social media channels where almost everyone allows you to place advertisements to push your page content to your users. We have another speaker today coming up later who's going to talk about how it exactly works. But let me conclude by saying that Facebook does not show your content to everyone who follows you or everyone who likes your page. That's why they make you do advertisements and ad money just to make sure, just to make sure our content and is there. So that's it. Twitter and LinkedIn. Twitter is a very, very global and very keyword-based platform where you talk about certain keywords using hashtags and talk about certain topics, and you become an authority figure by optimizing it and promoting it and talking about good things. Whereas Facebook is very, very family-centric, like family and friends. I mean, I'm not Facebook add করবো না যাকে একদমই চিনি না, right? আমরা কি করি সবাই? But in Twitter, people follow each other because of what you say, as opposed to who you are. So Facebook is our mutual friend, আছে কিনা কি request পাঠালে দেখি. Twitter we don't do that. We just follow someone because we like what they have to say. That is how Twitter works. And LinkedIn is a very, very professional network, and it started off as being a professional network for job hunters and recruiters. But you should know that recently LinkedIn has pivoted. LinkedIn is much more than a professional network. They are a professional content publishing platform. They are a platform for salespeople to generate leads and close sales, and they are also a brilliant platform to consume professional content every day for your personal development. Okay, and the last part of the matrix here, organic, without doing advertising, we can do other things like contests, like videos, like quiz and whatnot. Recently, quiz has been very, very viral, isn't it? over the past 6 months, globally speaking, the most viral or the most shared form of content was quiz. The next best or the next popular most shared content was list. I'm going to tell you 10 reasons to do this, 5 ways to do that. That has been the second most popular content. And therefore, আসছে GIFs. আজকাল we see a lot of buying content, right? GIF continuous loop আসে একটা video it's like a 6-second video. That form of content has also been very, very popular recently. So these are the latest trends in terms of what kind of content works. And I want to share something very, very interesting and very paradoxical. So if I were to write a Facebook post, right? Let's say if I were to write a blog in one of my websites, should I write a very short one or should I write a very, very long blog? Short and precise, right? Any other suggestions? Photo, right? We should give a visual content. What else? Is it short? Should it be short versus long? What should it be? Short. So that's the problem. In the past 6 months, research suggests the most shared content on social media has been long form contents which were more than 2,000 words. Contents which are between 2,000 to 2,500 words has been shared the most in social media, according to a research conducted by BuzzFeed. So I kind of brush through these things, but let me just do that because search versus social, right? এখানে search আমরা search engine optimization করতে পারে. This is basically about making sure Google knows আপনার ওয়েবসাইটে exactly কি কি আছে and Google understands আপনার ওয়েবসাইটের কন্টেন্ট গুলো কি কি and কেউ যদি সার্চ করে Google যেটা আপনার ইউজারদের সামনে নিয়ে যেতে পারে. That's search engine optimization. Search engine marketing is about promoting your content to your users when somebody is searching for certain keywords. For example, আমি যদি ব্র্যাক ব্যাংক করি এবং বাংলাদেশে কেউ যদি অনলাইন ব্যাংকিং খুঁজতে থাকে তখন I want to make sure স্ট্যান্ডার্ড চার্টার্ড ব্যাংকের আগে যেন ব্র্যাক ব্যাংকের ওয়েবসাইটের লিংকটা আসে. That's basically a summary of search engine marketing. And তারপর হচ্ছে ডিসপ্লে ব্যানার আমরা we see a lot of advertising in random websites, right? প্রথমত গেলে কি দেখি ডান পাশে উপরে অনেকগুলি অ্যাডস দেখি, right? That's basically display banner advertising. But one word of caution is that globally this has been very popular and now global market display banner advertising has been is kind of dead or is dying. Bangladesh, on the other hand, it is picking up at the moment, right? Bangladesh display banner advertising is now like very, very popular, and a lot of brands doesn't spend any money on content development and is focused completely on advertising. But that is going to end very, very soon. That the global banner suggests that people should focus more on developing original content, develop content that adds value as opposed to just push advertising. Because you cannot treat the interactive online media as just another billboard. Randomly after something happened, right? Do we want that? Last year, mobile. So mobile as well. In-app ads, like Apple people join games music, often there is a lot of advertising and also mobile display advertising is very popular. On the social end, we all know about Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, Tumblr and more. Okay, so this is paid versus organic. So what are the forms of advertisements can we do, right? How can we take our contents to the users? So very, very easy approaches are ad networks, like Google has an ad network, GDN, Google is network. Then they have mobile ad network, AdMob. Bangladesh there is this company called GNR. There are Bangladeshi Bangla, which are website Bangla forms থাকে ওই ফর্মগুলি রিড করতে পারে and they can contextualize your ads. So that's ওয়েবসাইটের মধ্যে ব্যানার অ্যাডভার্টাইজিং গানের উপরে নিচে বিভিন্ন ফর্ম থাকে. Then there is paid social. As I say, Facebook and Twitter, you can boost your post. You can make your post reach larger number of people through a lot of targeting. And then there is native advertising. How many of us have heard about native advertising? No one? Okay, so this is kind of interesting. This is something that I like. So as I said, online banner advertising is going to die very soon, and social media paid advertising is very expensive. So there is this new, very targeted and sophisticated mode of advertising called native advertising. This is basically partnering up with certain blogging platforms, with certain publication platforms, where you know after the user যাবে, আপনি জানেন যে আপনার user এই certain platform-এ যাবে, এবং তখন you can do partnerships with those kind of. For example, one of our team members is running this platform for Mad Coffee. Okay, this is basically very different, useful, and very vibrant content of techies and young people. So always a startup, very small, very minimalistic, but they attract a certain kind of crowd in Bangladesh. Okay, so they have been writing a lot of content about madness, funny stuff, crazy stuff. So recently they did this native advertising campaign for a particular brand where they aligned the concept of that brand's communication. একটা brand Facebook social media campaign করছিল, right? ওই social media campaign এর সাথে এই প্ল্যাটফর্মটা নিজেদের একটা fun way to communicate that concept করে একটা huge buzz create করেছে. This is basically an example of native advertising. When we go organic is about making sure you reach more people without spending in social media, in free platforms like SlideShare. How many of us use SlideShare? Great, awesome. One brilliant news for you is SlideShare no feature chilo. I used to pay $20 per month for a service in SlideShare. Data goes up by free ways. So you can actually now use pro features in SlideShare to generate leads and run campaigns and promote your content. SlideShare has recently been acquired by LinkedIn. That's the whole twist to the story. Acha, free platform also YouTube, SlideShare, Tumblr, and all this kind of platform. After crowdsourcing, this is a very innovative strategy to develop content. So I have done a few campaigns where people actually came and created content for the brands that I have been working for. And when you consider the cost of creating high value, cutting edge social media or web content, getting free content, free relevant contextual content from your users is supremely powerful. It shoots the return on investment like crazy. So crowdsourcing is basically trying to connect to the needs of your brand, of your users, and creating something, creating a contest maybe, or give them like a reward or prize to share their own created content. Pepsi recently did such a campaign where they basically told people to share pictures and people basically got to win some stuff. Our last video is SEO and lead nurturing. Lead nurturing is basically part of inbound marketing, where you have a proper website, you have functions set up, you have some offerings in your website. And you sign up for updates, give their phone numbers and email addresses, then you follow up, then you send your sales people, then you nurture the leads until you can close the sale. So that was basically an overview of how the digital marketing ecosystem works. I want to basically very quickly jump into 9 very common mistakes that I see Bangladeshi brands are making every day online. And first of them is strategy. So I know all of you are very new to digital marketing, and all of you are very curious. Just like any project, any field or any discipline, you need a strategy. Digital marketing can't be Facebook marketing. It has to have a strategy. It has to have a goal, because you need to be able to measure. শেষ পর্যন্ত কি করব? আমি সময় ইনভেস্ট করছি, আমি টাকা ইনভেস্ট করছি। I need to know এটা বিনিময়ে আমি কি পাচ্ছি। How many clicks, or how many visits, or how many leads, or how many people likes did I get? Number 2, second popular mistake that people make is they treat social media as one-way communication, and that is like the whole idea of being social. Social media is basically about communicating 2 ways. number 3 is focus on user experience. A lot of companies basically smash people with advertising. They do so much advertising that they never really care about, they never want to listen to the consumers. Can you give me any example? এরকম কি ব্র্যান্ড আছে যেটা আমাদেরকে সেম অ্যাড 24 ঘন্টা বারবার ফেসবুকে দেখায়? Right. The ultimate great series battle. Vicroy, OLX are ekhane. So they are fighting with each other and polluting social media with same content every time on your right side or on your news feed. So basically, they don't really care about user experience. They should, right? They should know, they have the capacity to know what you like. They could talk about what you actually like, right? They could do contests, like এখানে যারা ফুটবলের fan, right? They could have গত মাসের last week football fan কারা এখানে almost 70 আছে. So you guys know যে গত মাসের last week transfer window ছিল. They could have just like made a contest acceptor to guess which player is going to which team, and that could have been fun for people like me, right? Tapan was visibility on search engine. For many companies in Bangladesh, digital marketing is basically just Facebook. But as one of my colleagues will basically come and explain, there is a lot of traction, a lot of opportunities in Google that I am missing every day. And that was content optimization. I see too many content on Facebook that there is size boom, color milena, logo, spelling mistake, grammar mistake, and whatnot. That should not happen. Okay, organizational system. This is kind of complicated. This is high level generation stuff. সব যদি বলতে পারেন আপনার ওয়েবসাইটে যথেষ্ট ফাংশনালিটি থাকতে হবে তো দ্যাট মানুষ এসে যদি আপনার ওয়েবসাইটকে পছন্দ করে তারা যেন বলতে পারে যে আমি আপনার প্রোডাক্ট কিনতে চাই। তাদেরকে বলার সুযোগ দিতে হবে এবং যদি তারা বলে তাদের সাথে যোগাযোগ করার ব্যবস্থা রাখতে হবে খুব কুইকলি। Right? I see too many websites in Bangladesh-based websites where there is no way to leave your phone number and get a response. Getting a response is all that matters. It doesn't matter if you contact asset itself, like a pop-up portion, like a box portion. It doesn't really matter. Last but not the least, it's about measuring. You have to be measuring everything. You can social media website, digital marketing, the amount of things you can measure is insane. You can actually measure একটা মানুষ আপনার কন্টেন্টের একটা ছবির কোন পার্টে কত সেকেন্ড স্পেন্ড করেছে. You can actually measure things like what kind of colors your users like. You can do A/B testing of all sorts of crazy things, and then you will come up with your own proper workout strategy. I don't think it's not a small example. I did a very small campaign for Kaspersky during collaboration, right? Kaspersky wanted me to do like blast social media for a day with their collaboration giveaways. What I did is for the first 90 minutes in social media, I spent only 20% of the money, and I did 6 different kinds of content changing color schemes. And you know what I found? They say the collaboration designer is going to be most popular, right? But in technology world, you can't just say things just like randomly. You can experiment. So what we did is we asked for permission and we did an experiment. We used 8 different color schemes, and guess what? Violet and white combination worked the best, and the second best was some combination of green and blue, and red and green combination was 6th. That is the power of digital media, where you can actually measure what works, as opposed to just say, I know this is right. You can never know what's right, because who's right? Who's right 100% of the time? Customers, exactly. And digital media allows you to understand everything they want. some kind of issues here. Okay, so another thing is here people lose a lot of time in clutter. So across social media there is too many things, right? Every day we see hundreds of stuff. So one of the challenges that we have every day is to break out the clutter to get people's attention. And changing dynamics of the market. Markets are very volatile. Platforms are changing every day. Facebook is tweaking and updating every other month and making your set today, after this it becomes useless in a couple of months. Especially this year has been very, very important for SEO professionals and Facebook marketers. So when we are working on digital media, we have to be always learning. Otherwise, we'll be missing out on lots of important advantages. And this is basically broadly speaking my recommendation of what is the right approach. Of course, there is no right or wrong approach, but this is what I follow. I focus on developing clutter breaking, high quality content, and then content I create as call to actions. Then I target those contents to various social media channels, and the whole center of the campaigns are your website. And from your website, you capture leads and create database and maintain people and nurture leads. And this is broadly speaking 6 steps that you should always keep in mind when we are doing social media, where we need to develop a functional website, then we should do a blog, then we go to social media, then we promote and engage people through social media, and traffic drive to a lead generator. So you can find much more about this and social media and digital media marketing in our recently launched blogging platform called Babel. And we have serious time constraints here, so I can't go on and on, but I'm kind of done for the moment, and I would welcome questions from all of you. Is there any questions?
The previous slide.
Ji.
6 steps.
Ji.
Lovely.
Sorry?
Lovely.
So when we are talking about going online, right? Like I have developed this 6-step process website which is functional, which works, just features that people are looking for. Step 2 should be creating a blog, creating a content publishing platform of your own which shares your consumers the knowledge base for you. What can your team do for your client? And step 3 is then push those to social media channels. Too many Bangladeshi companies never have a blog or publish anything on their website. They just create a page and then they just push it. That makes the content get lost in a week's time. Facebook can't archive content. That's why it needs a central storage house. That is your blog or your website. Step 4 is social media activity or social media getting people's attention, engaging with people, talking to people, replying with people through customer service. Number 5, again, drives people back to your website. That is the whole idea of digital marketing, because that's at the center of your communication strategy. Website is the only place where you are the king. You have the full control of your tools and your access. And number 6 would say effective follow-up processes. Once you have people's databases and lists and sign up, people will say follow-up part. Follow-up part is very important. Any other questions?
My question is, thank you. My question is from the user's perspective. Suppose when I'm a social media user, my target is to see the attention of my friends who are in Facebook or the person who are following me. So, is there any specific tips or criteria which I can always maintain my contents and post at the top of my newsfeed? That's the one thing.
So, basically, the personal level social media management, right? This is a broad category যেতে পারবো না, but I will say rule number 1, stop following stupid people যারা এত আমাদের জিনিস পোস্ট করে। এটা করার কোনো সহজ উপায় হচ্ছে ফেসবুকে লিস্ট তৈরি করা। Different factors that লিস্ট তৈরি করতে ইউনিভার্সিটি, ওয়ার্ড বা people who talk about social media, people who talk about football, এরকম লিস্ট তৈরি করতে পারবা, which will help you when you want to learn about what people, this kind of classes, people say, you can go to that list. These are the basic social media etiquette that you can find in our blog. Okay? Does that help? Any other questions?
There are certain brands. There's users to follow them on their list. There's an option and there's like follow the content on this something like that. This is option. So sometimes what brands do is they give offers and follow us and we will give you this link or something like that. So actually there are some pages which share good content which we naturally automatically choose to follow. So is there any way we can make, for example, if I have a business page, is there any way I can? This is one question, and another question is that how can I convince my customer if I post a contest or something like that? How can I know that they are responding to my content?
Like, first, how do you persuade people to like your page or stay connected, right? Rule number 1, and kind of this is the only rule. Good content. You have to have content which adds value to them. You have to create content which they like, which they want to know about, which they would like to interact with. I pick on giveaways. Give them away something for free. Make something that is useful and give it away for free. For example, if somebody shares your content and then there is a contest and somebody who wins will get a free lunch with a few friends in KFC. So giveaways and contests and good quality content. These are the three things which will persuade your users to like you. If you do one-off stuff, one-off activities, a wrong promise, and then you did not follow up, that's very, very bad. And question number 2 question also again? Right. So it's very easy. There are a lot of apps in the way you can run contests and see actually exactly who's. For example, my team is currently working with a invitational app at the moment where I can ask all of you to share something, right? To get something for free. Okay? And I will basically be able to track the person X. Or share or LinkedIn. And so I can actually measure my page. So that way you can track. But you should be aware of likes gating. This concept means you must get your page like for just to play a game or participate in a contest. It is doing. So these are not legitimate activities which after they are very available. So you can't actually force people to like your page just to participate in the app. It is that to stop. Well, I think I'm done. Thank you so much.
So, ultimately, ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং এর উপরে আমাদের একটা ভালো ধারণা দিয়েছে। তো এখানে মানে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া মার্কেটিং এর একটা মজার ব্যাপার কি, আপনারা কারা কারা ইয়াহু মেসেঞ্জার ইউজ করতেন? কে আছে? বোঝা যাবে কারা আসলে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া লিড ছিলেন ইয়াহু মেসেঞ্জার। আচ্ছা, না হাত নামান। দেন কারা কারা এমএসএন ইউজ করতেন? আচ্ছা, নেক্সট কারা কারা মাইস্পেস ইউজ করতেন? আচ্ছা, কারা কারা হাইপার ইউজ করতেন? নমস্কার, কারা কারা জিটক ইউজ করতেন? গুগল কাপ। আচ্ছা, নমস্কার, কারা কারা ফেসবুক ইউজ করে? সো এখন একটা জিনিস দেখেন, প্রতিটা সময় স্টেপ বাই স্টেপ, একটা সময় ইয়াহু মেসেঞ্জার ছিল, ইয়াহু মেসেঞ্জার পরে দেখেন যে এমএসএ খুব ভালো ছিল, আরো জিএমএসএ এর ডেভেলপ করছে। মাঝখানে আবার এর আউটের একটা প্রজেক্ট ছিল, এআই নামে একটা ইয়ে ছিল, আউটের এর কাজ ছিল, দেন গুগল টক ছিল, দেন এরপরে আসে মাইস্পেস ছিল, আবার গুগলের ওরকুট ছিল। ওরকুট কে ইউজ করছে? আচ্ছা, ওরকুট ছিল, ওরকুট রিসেন্টলি বন্ধ হয়ে গেল, গত এক মাস মনে হবে। প্রত্যেকটা সার্ভিস একটা নির্দিষ্ট সময় কিন্তু শেষ হয়ে গেছে। তো সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া কিন্তু সবসময় যে একটা টপে থাকে তা কিন্তু না। এরপর অভিপ্রায় দেখাইলো ওখানে কিন্তু ফার্স্টে ফেসবুক আছে ঠিকই, কিন্তু সেকেন্ড অলমোস্ট কেউ রিলেটেড না। কিউ জোন এগুলি কিন্তু আমরা কেউ জানতামই না। অনেকে মানে আমরা যখন শেয়ার করব, অনেক পোস্টের মধ্যে কিন্তু শেয়ার দিস নামে যে অপশনটা থাকে, ওখানে কিন্তু কিউ ব্রাউজারটা লোগোটা থাকে, আমরা কিন্তু যারা ইউজ করে তো জানি না। এখন আমাদের যে সেশনটা হবে এটা নেবে হচ্ছে, এখন আসবে হচ্ছে মনিষিত অরণ্য, উনি তো ওয়েবল টিম মেম্বার। তো অরণ্য,
অভিজ্ঞতা মাত্র আমাদেরকে ইউনিভার্সিটি ইন্টারাকশন ইন ডিজিটাল মিডিয়া. And I would like to take over and give you some more detailed insights. I'll be very short and very precise. So I'll be discussing numbers mostly, and I'd like to start with there are 2.9 billion people who actively use internet every day, and given that there are 3.6 billion people who use mobile phones, the power of internet have never been felt more powerful. Let's look into some numbers about what happens with what goes around in the internet. Every second, like a moment like now, are being sent. 1,200 photos are being uploaded on Instagram every second. 1,400 posts are being submitted on Tumblr. 1,500 calls are being made over Skype. 23,000 GB internet traffics are being pulled every second. 45,000 Google searches are taking place. 88,000 videos are being viewed on YouTube. And 2.3 million emails are being sent. What does that mean for us? These are data, these are numbers. The idea for people who are going to use social media to communicate with their customers, you have to contextualize the data. You have to make sense of the data. So our team went around and extracted these data for you. It's our job. Let's look into some Bangladeshi statistics now. In Bangladesh, in every 3.64 seconds, and in every 4.7 seconds, a new Facebook user is being added. That alone shows the number of potential and customers that is out there for you. 9.6 million people use Facebook in Bangladesh. And these are the statistics that Bangladeshi people are talking about. These, however, financial services may also 340k people, banking near 300,000 people are talking. Investment banking near our details have said. There's financial institution and online banking. These are the monthly searches that are being hit. Now let's look into infographic. This infographic, I'm not sure সবাই দেখতে পাচ্ছেন কিনা, so I will read it out. পিছনের জন্য সবার জন্য. 30% people are using internet from desktop. 36% people are using internet from desktop and mobile. And 51% people are using internet through mobile. So internet mobile users are basically occupying the highest number. It's the most significant number of consumers that you should be targeting, which is precisely why most businesses are going mobile. You see more sites like BuzzFeed and other blogs and everything that are coming up, or on the mobile interface requests. We are trying to make the mobile experience a lot more comfortable. Apart from that, we have some more statistics. Time spent in different platforms. We know as a PCB, 21% time spent per budget on internet platforms. iPhone, iPad is 1%. Android platforms time spent per budget 10%. BlackBerry sadly 0%. Mobile web time spent per budget 23%. And 32% people are spending time on feature phone. 4% is unknown. This is, by the way, but just Bangladeshi statistics. This is information about a typical Bangladeshi, like you and I. So each Bangladeshi will have at least 3 internet sessions every day. Out of which we see 4 sites in each of the sessions. And of the 4 sessions, 5-star motive, highest time spent are on the search engines. Search engines being Google, Yahoo, and Bing. These are some more insights into showing what the numbers are in Bangladesh market. 4.9 million Bangladeshis are talking about housing and real estate. Banking searches, such as relevant, 229,000 people are talking about banking. 22,000 Bangladeshis are doing online banking. So we can see online banking has a great potential. So these are some numbers that what does that, actually banking and data for coding. It's like, it would be relevant for banking sector, maybe SCB or Black Bank or these are the people, 229,000 people are searching for online banking every month on Google, which means that customers want more convenience. They want to do mobile banking, they want to do online banking. So what they have to do is listen to the customers. Customers are saying, right? So they go ahead and they should probably be moving online. They probably are. So that was my session. My idea was that there are a lot of data out there. You can use Google Analytics, you can use Facebook interest and all these sections to make sense, to extract all the data. But I would request all of you to contextualize data and use them to engage the customers. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Manishita. So, আপনাদেরকে একটা মজার ইনফরমেশন আমি জানি না আপনারা পেয়েছেন কিনা। গত 2-3 দিন আগে ফেসবুক 15 মিনিটের জন্য বন্ধ হয়ে গেছিল। আপনি কি জানেন? কেউ অ্যাক্সেস করতে পারেনি। হঠাৎ করে আমি তখন এখানে ছিলাম, গত 5 দিন ধরে এখানেই থাকি, এটাই আমার ভালো হয়ে গেছে। তো হঠাৎ করে আমরা যখন দেখি ফেসবুক ইউজ হয়নি, আমি টেক ক্লাস থেকে শুরু করে তার নেক্সট ওয়েব ম্যাসেজ সবগুলোতে ঘোরা শুরু করছি, কোথাও নিউজ আসছে কিনা, কোথাও নিউজ কিনা। আমি দেখি আমি ফেসবুকে স্ট্যাটাস থেকে ইনফরমেশন আসে কিছু দেখা যায়। পরবর্তীতে 15 মিনিট শেষ হওয়ার পরে অনেকে আমি জাস্ট একটা স্ট্যাটাস দিলাম যে ফেসবুক ডাউন, হ্যাশট্যাগ দিয়ে ফেসবুক ডাউন দিয়ে আমি এর আগে টুইটারে পোস্ট করছি। টুইটারে পোস্ট করার পর অনেকে বলছে যে হ্যাঁ ফেসবুক ডাউন ছিল। পরবর্তীতে আমি ফেসবুকে অনেকে বলছে হ্যাঁ আমার এখানে ডাউন ছিল, এখানে ডাউন ছিল, এখানে ডাউন ছিল। কিছুক্ষণ পর টেকক্রাঞ্চ নামে একটা নেক্সট ওয়েবে আমি একটা ইনফরমেশন দেখলাম যে ফেসবুক যতক্ষণ বন্ধ ছিল প্রতি মিনিটে $22,000 মিসিং। তো দেখেন মার্কেটটা আসলে কতখানি বড়। তো নেক্সট আমি আসলে কল করব হচ্ছে গজল জারিনাকে, উনিও ওয়েব টিম আছেন।
Thank you. Assalamu alaikum and very good evening everyone. I am Isma Zareen and today I'll be talking about everything that you need to know about visual content. এখন এখানে আপনারা বলতে পারেন visual content জিনিসটা কি আসলে? Anyone has idea about visual content here?
Anything other than rigid content is visual.
Anything other than the rigid content is visual, like graphics, images.
Yeah, you're correct. So basically, what is the visual content? Visual content is a medium that uses the human visual system to represent information in such a way that is easily understandable and easily consumed by the user. Now, Visual content used for advantage. What is the importance of using visual content? Marketers, they use visual content to let customers know or to creatively connect with their customers through great design. So clearly, I would say simply to define visual content. Visual content is nothing but anything that we see every day, starting from blog posts to infographics to videos, images, yeah, more images. So I'll be talking about the importance of visual content more in depth. Number one, it helps brands to expand their reach. Visual content, it helps you to stimuli, attract, and engage with your audience in such a way that it captures your audience's attention immediately. As a result, through word of mouth recommendation, other content evaporate, your customers, your consumers, they get to know. Aesthetic appeal is not the only factor. A lot of us might think that visual content is just about, being beautiful or pretty pictures, but it's not just the end to it. Visual content, another advantage of visual content is it has to be shareable. It is easy to share. Imagine copying and pasting an entire article and publishing. How difficult is that? But because of visual content nowadays, we can just click away, and that's how easy it is to share. Thirdly, it also helps you to build an authentic relationship with your customers and consumers. After customers are shopping for another product or service after some designer, right? In return, they also want to hear what value can you add to them. They're looking for value and customer service, right? So through visual content, you can actually establish your brand's personality, culture, and what's valued. So what are the elements needed for successful visual content? Like I mentioned earlier, aesthetic appeal and target topic. Visual content you can easily attract your audience's attention and comprehension, understandable. Now, according to research, human mind can actually interpret information faster through visual content than text. Studies are suggest for it visual content, human mind can actually interpret 60,000 times faster than text rather than any other form of communication. Because we can interpret and retrieve information quite easily through visual content, which means that we have to put minimal effort to it. As a result, the retention rate of visual content is higher compared to any other media. So, as a result, visual contents are more memorable. So, you might ask me questions like, what good would a visual content do to the marketing end of your business? Number one, it helps to create awareness. Now, visual contents are crafted and designed in such a way that they are bound to draw your customers and consumers' attention, right? By providing something of great value to your viewers. It also helps you to build your viewers' trust and the brand credibility to establish what they love for it. Also, it helps you to be the thought leader in the industry. Because when using visual content, আপনি কিন্তু শুধুমাত্র product ব্যবহার করছেন না, rather you're also informing and educating users about the benefits that they can get from availing your product. As a result, আপনার customer loyalty will build. So the ROI, the return on investment for visual content. So previously, marketers they would mostly focus on the volume of visitors coming to their site, but no, that's an irrelevant metric to measure ROI. Why? Because it is not always up to the number of visitors who come to their site. Rather, it's more about how much value provide for the merchant, how much value are you adding to your customers and meaningful experience that they're taking away when they are browsing your page or your site. So some of the important metrics that can be used to measure the ROI visual content share. Word of mouth information is the most powerful form of marketing. Other than that, আপনার customer যদি আপনার কোনো content share করে থাকে, this means that they're actually giving their approval regarding your product or service. Secondly, interaction. You always have to remember that interaction is the right way to go to increase customer engagement. To enhance the customer engagement, you need to interact with your customers regularly, and that means replying to their queries, replying to their questions, right? If they're asking you anything on the comment section, reply them back immediately. It helps you to establish a positive relationship with your customers. As a result, conversion rates are also high. Okay, conversion rate parameter one way to go is we need to have an effective CTA, which means a call to action. For example, whenever you're posting a visual content, it needs to have a proper call to action. For example, if we like our page right now, or buy now, share it. So an effective visual content compels action. An effective call to action is all it takes to convert the viewer to a buyer. So, আমরা যখন বললাম importance of visual content গুলি কি হয়, how do you manipulate it? Now, how do you actually get started with the visual content? The first way to go about is develop a strategy. You have to know your audience. আপনি যদি আপনার অডিয়েন্সকে আপনি কাকে টার্গেট করতে চাচ্ছেন, without knowing, you start preparing visual content. That's just recipe to failure. So firstly, you have to ask yourself questions like, who are you trying to reach? Kaare apni reach korte jacche? Kara apnar product niye interested hobe? What type of content do they listen? Kara ki dhoroner regularly content dekhe thake? And what is the level of knowledge they have? So once these questions are figured out, you need to reach out to these people to actively engage. Here again, you also ask some questions like, how can you add value to your customers to your content? And what do you want them to know as a result of seeing your content? So, engagement is our start by that is when we need to come up with creating a creative strategy. So, once you understand how to engage and how to reach your customers, your staff is to develop captivating content strategy. Through them, you can actually come up with brilliant content. And finally, when the content has been crafted, you need to select the best distribution channel, whether it be Facebook or distribute for it, Google Plus, Twitter or LinkedIn. Because you need to know where your customers or your potential customers are located. So, initially I was talking about developing a visual content strategy. Now, this is an in-depth, this is a detailed version of how you come up with a visual content strategy. Firstly, you need to create a brief. A brief is basically an outline relevant to your brand that has your brand guidelines, could be color scheme, logo guidelines, objective, what you want to achieve, small goals, or anything related to with the brand, including specification. যখন ব্রিফটা ক্রিয়েট হয়ে যায়, সেকেন্ড স্টেপ is to ideate around the brief. And idea generation জন্য the best way to go is brainstorming. So this could be with the creative members of your group. There should be an account manager, including the designer, where they brainstorm and then come up with ideas. So once these ideas are in covered, using the visual artist, you can practice your content. But the good content does not come from thin air. It needs a lot of research, a lot of hard work. So you have to make sure the person, the visual artist who is actually working for your visual content, they have an idea about the brand, or they are present during the brainstorming session, and also make sure that they have a good sense of design and art. These are the foundation of the visual content. That's it from me. To learn more about us, you can subscribe to our Babbel. So we recently launched the blog. So yeah, any questions? Any questions, sir? So thank you.
Thank you, So এখন next যে আসবে তার আসার আগে আমি ছোট ইনফরমেশন যে ইনফরমেশন আমি নিজে এখন মাত্র একটু আগে বললাম। এটা হচ্ছে ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিংটা যদিও এখন একটু নতুন, আমাদের মার্কেট প্লেসে প্রমোশনাল যে আসলে নতুন এখানে দেখতেছি গত 1-2 বছর ধরে, বাট ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিংটা আসলে গত 90 দশক থেকে এই দুনিয়াতে চালু আছে। মাঝখানে 2000 সালের পরে 2010 সালের পরে এই ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিংটা আরো বেশি এফেক্টিভ হওয়া শুরু করে এবং যেটা 2012 এবং 2013 সালে অনেক বেশি বাজারে হার করে, কারণ আমরা জানি গত 3 এবং 4 বছর ধরে ফেসবুক এবং সোশ্যাল মিডিয়ার এফেক্টগুলো আমাদের রিয়েল লাইফে কতখানি চলে আসছে। তো এখন আমি আসলে মাইকটা দিয়ে দিব আমাদের সাদা মাহবুব ভাইয়ের কাছে, যিনি ওয়েবল টিমের আরেকজন মেম্বার। তো আপনার কাছে দিয়েছি।
Hi. So I'm Shahab. I am one of the co-founders of Thunderbolt, and I'm also the Chief Innovation Officer here. Before I start with the presentation, I would just like to thank Panel16 for the extended mic support on a single mic listener and that's great. So a round of applause if everyone can clap. So I have a very short time to explain something that is very long-winded and very complicated, and that's something that we also take for granted every day, and that's the Facebook newsfeed. Every time we wake up in the morning, joy somebody who to read, somebody more like we log in Facebook and we see this newsfeed filled with stories and pictures and videos. And for we have talked about overall strategy and our people defining number already talked a lot about data and the relevance of it going forward for marketers. And Gazala Budam did a great session on visual content and how why that is relevant. Now, actually, I would like to put all that together and tell you how that is relevant for Facebook. See, the way Facebook shows you the content is actually much more complicated. Because let me just give you a very quick number. On average, for any one user, a person who has a directional friendship, এবং সে মনে করে 50-60টা ব্র্যান্ড হোক, ফুটবল হোক, বিভিন্ন ইন্টারেস্ট জাতীয় হোক, পেজ ট্র্যাক করে। On average, those his friends and those pages generate about 1,500 stories. Stories বলতে সেটা ছবি হতে পারে, টেক্সট হতে পারে, লিঙ্ক হতে পারে, সবকিছু মিলায় per day. User's friends and his pages generate about 1,500 individual contents. Now, আমার সবাই জানে যে আমাদের 1500 content দেখি, even if we are online 24/7. 1500 content Facebook দেখাতে পারে, so obviously ওরা কি করে? ওরা filter করে। So 1500 content এর মধ্যে they can only show the average user about 300 different contents. So আপনি যদি suppose একটা publisher হয়ে থাকেন, আপনার একটা Facebook page থাকুক, বা আপনি বলবেন personally আপনি যদি influencer হতে চান, if you upload a post to example on Facebook, it has an only 1 out of 5 chances of being seen by any Facebook user. So this one I want to mention for that Facebook actually filters to the content that is generated every day. What I think is a content filter, but you see that বিভিন্ন content দেখাচ্ছে, why are they showing you the content? ওরা আপনাদের কিছু content কেন বারবার দেখাচ্ছে? কিছু ব্র্যান্ডেড content কেন বারবার দেখাচ্ছে? কিছু certain ads কেন বারবার দেখাচ্ছে? Why do you have that one friend যে জীবনের সাথে কথা বলে নাই? But Facebook automatically জানে that that you guys are not close because you guys don't interact on a regular basis. And what updates or show me or update on the thing, and why is that? So Facebook has a very sophisticated algorithm in place for this that helps them filter through the content. They don't actually have a name for this algorithm. But in 2008 at the FA conference, they announced the name of this technology to be EdgeRank. Now, unfortunately, 2 years later, they said that the EdgeRank name is no more, but EdgeRank for example, if the algorithm we are used for it, that is from a sure shot time. So it is said that this algorithm basically considers in over 100,000 factors. 100,000 different factors that lets this algorithm determine whether or not it should show you a certain piece of content. And for around 100,000 factors that are being considered by this algorithm. So let's try to broaden it up and try to see, okay, you can know that. So active factor would say time delay. So obviously, usually when we're walking obviously you are not going to log in and see that it is a better content again. So that's a very straightforward understanding. The more fresh your content is, the more up-to-date your content is, the more regularly or frequently you are posting updates from your page or from your personal profile, the more likelier it is to be shown on other people's newsfeeds. And then there is the affinity score between the user and edge creator. Now, edge creator turns that into difference, so that makes it up. Whenever you publish content, whenever you publish an update, or a picture, or a link to a different website, we commented at the edge. We edge hচ্ছে বিভিন্ন মেট্রিক্স যা দিয়ে কন্টেন্ট কতটা রেলেভেন্ট সেটা জাজ করা হয়। তো সাপোজ আমি কিছু আগে একটা এক্সাম্পল দিলাম দ্যাট আপনি একটা ফ্রেন্ড যাকে আপনি র্যান্ডমলি মাত্র 2 বছর আগে অ্যাড করেছেন পুরো কথা বলে যাচ্ছেন কখনো ইন্টারঅ্যাক্ট করেন নাই। So over আপনার মধ্যে the affinity score is going to be very, very low. কারণ এখানে কোনো interaction, but as opposed to someone যার সাথে আপনি মনে করেন প্রতিদিন ইন্টারঅ্যাক্ট করছেন, তার সাথে আপনি প্রতিদিন লাইক দিচ্ছেন, একটা ইভেন্টে তার সাথে গেছেন, দুজন একসাথে চেকিং করেছেন, বিভিন্ন ছবিতে আপনারা দুজন একসাথে ট্যাগ, so you and that other person is going to have a much higher affinity score. Same goes for brands. বিভিন্ন ব্র্যান্ড ছবি আপলোড করে and ছবি আপলোড করার সময় তারা বিভিন্ন মানুষকে ট্যাগ করে দেয়. Why is that? Because this is the indication to Facebook of affinity score that a brand actually the customer should have a strong affiliation asset, and that's how they think that this brand is relevant to the user. As a result, যখন সেই ব্র্যান্ডরা কোনো আপডেট পোস্ট করে বা কোনো কন্টেন্ট আপলোড করে, তখন you see things that এই কন্টেন্টটা দেখানো জরুরি. So that's the affinity score. And আরেকটা হচ্ছে the weight factor. Weight factor যারা আমরা হয়তো করে এসেছি is actually just that. বিভিন্ন ফ্যাক্টর কতটুকু weight. একটা স্টেটাস যদি লাইক করে ওই লাইকের ওজনটা কত, একটা স্টেটাস যদি শেয়ার হয় ওই শেয়ারের ওজনটা কত। তো বিভিন্ন ফ্যাক্টর আমি বললাম, বিভিন্ন আপনার কোন টাইপ অফ কন্টেন্ট, তার সাথে কিরকম ইন্টারাকশন হচ্ছে, পাঁচটা কিরকম ইন্টারাকশন ছিল, all of these different factors have different scores, and this algorithm simultaneously calculates all of these different scores and gives it a total accumulated value. Developer or base will actually use in the future for it. যে একটা কন্টেন্টের জন্য রেট কতটা আছে তার টাইম দিকে তাকে ক্যালকুলেট করে এবং দেখা যায় যে এই দুই পার্টের মধ্যে অ্যাকচুয়ালি স্প্রেডটা কত। And a newsfeed by a trend technology, it's so sophisticated that প্রত্যেক জনের জন্য এই technology the algorithm is actually different. And different because আমি হয়তো ছবির সাথে বেশি ইন্টারেক্ট করি, but আপনি মনে করেন টেক্সটের সাথে বেশি ইন্টারেক্ট করেন। Suppose when a brand because text updates there, you are more likely to see it than I am. So this algorithm is actually unique for each and every individual. Going back to what Arnie was saying about contextualizing data and understanding data, it's really important to Facebook data at the jury. Because for those of you who are business owners in the audience, the page owner in the audience, you will know that the after Facebook page reads 2 minutes. After the maybe you would reach about 10%, 12%. Actually, you don't reach 4% on a good day. Because after Facebook has to filter out more and more content. Because মানুষের কিন্তু কন্টেন্ট দেখার ক্ষমতা পারে না, বাট কিন্তু কন্টেন্টের পরিমাণ কিন্তু দেখা যাচ্ছে বেড়ে যাচ্ছে। So as a result, you have to pay very good attention to your insights and your data. After the customers, কিরকম ইনফরমেশন সাথে বেশি ইন্টারেক্ট করছে, are they engaging more with pictures, are they engaging more with text, are they engaging more with visuals, are they engaging more with pictures with or without captions. Tag for the others people more likely to interact with the content. These are factors that you need to have a very good idea of, because without it, your organic reach is just going to go down. And after you do only ads, many people be able to get more likes to your page. But basically, you will end up paying money to get an audience who will not listen simply because they don't know what you're saying. So, more or less, very clearly speaking, that is the Facebook Facebook technology. I hope you guys have kind of more or less brief idea of what it is. And that is more or less from my part. I hope it wasn't too boring and that you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer. Any questions?
Is there any way like to quickly check and manipulate or use an algorithm to keep my post at the top of the list?
এটা করার জন্য what you can do is আমি বললাম প্রত্যেকদিন আপনার ডেটাটা বারবার দেখবেন কোনো যখন আপনি আপডেট দিবেন টাইমস দিন এক্সপেরিমেন্ট করতে হবে কোন ধরনের আপডেটের সাথে আপনার ইন্টারেকশন বেশি হচ্ছে is it links is it pictures is it just text text কত বড় সেটা কনটেক্সট ছবি হলে কি রকম লিংক হলে কি রকম কন্টেন্ট আছে আপনাকে অনেক রকমের এক্সপেরিমেন্ট করে আপনাকে নিজে অ্যাকচুয়ালি ডেটা কালেক্ট করে আপনি লুক এট দ্য ডেটা সি দ্য প্যাটার্ন ব্যাপার সো অ্যাকচুয়ালি কোন টাইপ অফ কন্টেন্ট পাবলিশ করলে your users are more likely to see your ads.
For instance, I will give an example. I'm running a group where I share career-related contents. So what I did when I started the group, what I did was I used some algorithm technique to reach maximum people at a shorter video. So instead of sending the requests one by one, what I did was I used an algorithm formula and I invited all my friends at once. So basically, they got added to the group at once and at the one moment. So similarly, I'm interested to know that is there anything that I can do with the timeline as well, not just group or dates, but also the timeline.
For personal or for business? Okay. So like I mentioned before, if it's your own post, you just need to do a lot of A/B testing. Because there is no like a strict tool that is going to show you how influential you are or how likely your content is. The content is going to stay big, and that is very important tool actually. Right? You can use a platform called Cloud. Cloud.com to that platform as exactly. So you can see score as one way of giving data how influential you are. Basically, Cloud and influential how much YouTube present on multiple platforms, not just Facebook. Facebook is if you want to be a person of authority or if you want to be like a president of social media, all you have to do is you have to be very influential, you have to be very regular on Facebook, or you have to do the content, এবং আপনাকে interaction comments, comments, you have to get that, you have to interact. Any more questions? I think you're good. Thank you.
Thank you, Shadab. Actually, normally digital marketing মধ্যে website, blog, then social media videos, SMS marketing, then others paper advertisement আছে, online video বানানো যেটা আমরা ইউটিউব করি সেটাও আছে সব কিছু নরমালি আমরা আসলে ডিজিটাল মার্কেটিং সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া মার্কেটিং মধ্যে ফেসবুক থেকে ইনভেস্ট করি রিসেন্টলি আমরা কাছে আর কিছু বুঝিয়ে না করছি মার্কেটিং করার জন্য কয়েকটা ফেসবুক পেজ বা কয়েকটা টার্গেট গ্রুপকে সিলেক্ট করি ওখানে গিয়ে দেখা যায় মানে আর কিছু হোক আর না হোক ওখানে গিয়ে পোস্ট করা শুরু করি এর মধ্যে বাংলাদেশের সবচেয়ে একটা ভাইরাল গ্রুপ হচ্ছে ডিএসডি ডিসপ্লে ডিসিপ্লিন ঢাকা এখানে একটা মজার ট্রিক্স আপনাদের বলে দিই এখানে কারা কারা ডিএসডি তে পোস্ট শেয়ার করে আচ্ছা তাদেরকে একটা মজার কথা বলি জানি না আপনারা জানেন কিনা ফেসবুকে একটা মজার ভাগ আছে আপনি যদি আপনার ফেসবুকে পোস্ট গ্রুপের মধ্যে টপে রাখতে চান আপনার কিছু করা লাগবে না জাস্ট ফার্স্টে একটা কমেন্ট করবেন সেটা টপে চলে যাবে কারণ নরমালি ডিএসডি মতো গ্রুপে আসলে পোস্ট টপে না অনেকটা আপনি পোস্ট দেওয়ার সাথে সাথে 5 সেকেন্ডের মধ্যে কিন্তু পোস্ট নেয় কারণ যারা শুরু করেছে দেখা যাচ্ছে সামনে কুরবানি ঈদ আসছে হয়তো অনেকে বলতে পারে যে আমার একটা গরু দরকার এই সাইজের গরু লাগবে আপনারা যদি পারেন আমাকে অ্যারেঞ্জ করে দেন তো ডিএসডি এখন এরকম একটা গ্রুপ হয়ে গেছে তো আপনাদের আপনারা পেজ রাখেন মানে আপনাদের পোস্টটা উপরে রাখতে চান আপনাদের ফার্স্ট হবে জাস্ট একটা কমেন্ট করবেন ডট তাই এটি পুরো সাথে সাথে ডিলিট করে দেবেন বাট ফেসবুকে তো আপনারা কমেন্টই কাউন্ট করবেন পোস্টে আপনার উপরে চলে আসবে কন্টিনিউয়াসলি যতক্ষণ চাপেন আপনার পোস্টের উপরেই থাকবে তো আপনার ততটাই কিন্তু ডট দিতে হবে বা কেউ যদি কখনো আপনার পোস্টে কমেন্ট করে বসে কেউ কমেন্ট করার আগ পর্যন্ত এটা আপনি করতে পারবেন বাট কেউ যদি কমেন্ট করে এবং তখন যদি আপনি করেন সেটা একটা নোটিফিকেশন পাবেন তো সে আইসা কিন্তু দেখবে না তো তখন কিন্তু আপনি যে স্প্যাম করতেছেন সেটা কিন্তু ধরা খাবে আর যদি অ্যাডমিন হয় তখন আরো বেশি কি করে তো থ্যাংক ইউ টিমকে যে এত সুন্দর একটা প্রেজেন্টেশন আমাদেরকে দিল আর এটা আপনাকে অবশ্যই ধন্যবাদ আমি আপনাকে মেম্বার হিসেবে বলছি না পার্সোনালি আপনারা যদি আপনার এবং ওয়েবল টিমের কম্বিনেশনের কারণে আজকে এই সেশনটা হয়ে গেল আজকে আমাদের তিনটা সেশনের এই মুহূর্তে আমরা এগিয়ে যাচ্ছি সবাইকে অনেক ধন্যবাদ আশা করি ভবিষ্যতে আরো প্রোগ্রাম আসবে তবে একটা অ্যানাউন্সমেন্ট আছে আমাদের 18 সেপ্টেম্বর আপনারা সাবিরুলকে কে গেছিলেন সাবিরুল ইসলাম। আচ্ছা 18 তারিখে আমাদের হাত ঢাকাতে সকাল 10:30 থেকে 1:30টার সময় 1 মিলিয়ন ফুড ক্যারিয়ারের একটা সেশন এখানে হবে হাত ঢাকাতে। সাবিরুল ইসলাম এখানে থাকবে। তো আপনারা যারা চান আমাদের তার সেশনটাতে যদি পার্টিসিপেট করতে চান চলে আসবেন, অফিস পেজে নজর রাখবেন, কারণ পেজে আমরা লিংক শেয়ার করে দেব, ওখানে আপনারা রেজিস্ট্রেশন করতে পারেন। তো থ্যাংক ইউ সবাইকে আবার আসার জন্য। আর হয়তো অনেক ক্লাসে উপস্থিত করছি আমি, এর জন্য অনেক দুঃখিত। আর কারো যদি গালি দিতে মন চায় আমার ফেসবুক পেজে গিয়ে আমাকে একটা গালি দিয়ে দিন। থ্যাংক ইউ।
ভাই এর নিচে তাড়াতাড়ি